Imagine you're the contractor and you've just realized something happened on the project that you believe gives you the right to make a claim. Maybe you encountered an unexpected problem that's costing extra time or money. So you follow the process and submit a notice of claim to the engineer, giving them a heads up about this issue. Now, after you submit this notice of claim, there's another important step. You need to follow up by submitting a fully detailed claim with all the evidence, documents, calculations and explanations that back up why you're entitled to what you're asking for. But here's the catch. You have 84 days to get that detailed claim to the engineer. What happens if you miss the 84-day deadline? If, for some reason, you don't get that detailed claim in within the 84-day period, or whatever extended period you and the engineer might agree on, the initial notice of claim lapses. Think of this as your notice of claim expiring. This means that technically, the engineer and employer no longer have to consider it because you missed the follow-up deadline. Formalizing the expiry with a notice of lapse. To make things official, the engineer is supposed to issue a notice of lapse to you, the contractor. This notice basically says, hey, since you didn't submit your detailed claim in time, your notice of claim is no longer valid. The engineer has 14 days after the 84-day deadline to send you this notice of lapse. What if the engineer doesn't send the notice of lapse? Here's where it gets interesting. If the engineer doesn't send you the notice of lapse within those 14 days, then your original notice of claim stays valid. In other words, even though you missed the deadline, the claim doesn't get cancelled automatically. Instead, it's treated as if it's still active, simply because the engineer didn't take that extra step to formalise the lapse. Why does this matter? This rule is really about being fair. If the engineer doesn't notify you that your claim has expired, it wouldn't be fair to assume the claim is dead without letting you know. So this part of the clause protects your claim if the engineer forgets to make it official. To sum it up, 1. You have 84 days to submit your fully detailed claim after giving the initial notice of claim. 2. If you miss it, the claim lapses, but the engineer needs to make it official with a notice of lapse. 3. If the engineer doesn't issue this notice within 14 days after the 84-day period, then your claim stays valid even though you missed the deadline. It's a process designed to make sure that if a claim is going to expire, everyone is aware and on the same page.